Can you give us a sense of what President Obama is like behind the scenes? Because you talk to my mom and she thinks he's really gregarious and lovely. You talk to some people who think he's really aloof. Yeah. And I want to know how he's changed over the last 7 years, like what you've seen in him. So a two-part question. Let's start with the first.
Yeah, I think that the best insight that people can have into the kind of person that he is to remember that he began his career as a community organizer. This is somebody who thrives on his ability to interact with people, somebody who enjoys working together with people to solve problems, somebody who's passionate about being engaged in a community, somebody who cares deeply about justice, but also somebody who really thrives on working with people to solve problems.
What have you seen, though, in your observations with him?
Yeah. Well, I think a good example, actually, would be the president recently traveled to, just last week, to Texas, where he participated in an event at South by Southwest. And while he was there, he had an opportunity to have a couple of private meetings with some leaders in the tech industry about some of the initiatives that we have prioritized, including incorporating the social media industry in our efforts to prevent ISIL from using social media to radicalize vulnerable people around the world. And the reason I'm raising this is that the president did those behind-the-scenes meetings. He did an hour-long conversation on stage to talk about technology and the impact it's having on our economy and our society and on our government. And then he proceeded from there to do a couple of fundraisers. And so this is a long stretch of 8 hours of the president being in the public eye and being engaged in conversations with people who are really excited to talk to him, people with a variety of perspectives. And I was a little tired after watching all of it. But we get in the car and we're headed to the airport in Austin to fly to Dallas. And the president's reading the clips and talking about flipping through his iPad and seeing what's in the news and eager to talk about his conversations. And he's somebody who really thrives on and is passionate about getting outside the bubble of the presidency. And I think so this is sort of the segue to answering your second question. I think this is the thing that the president would say he has found to be among the most challenging aspects of the presidency, is that he does have significant responsibilities as president that require him to spend a lot of time at the White House. And that means not nearly as much time in the public, interacting with people from a wide variety of perspectives that he would really like to do, which means that he relishes every opportunity that he has to do that. And it's not a coincidence, as those of you who followed the presidency close, that it's pretty unusual for us to have a week like we're having this week, where the president remains in Washington for the entire week. Typically, there's a day or two a week where the president wants to get outside of Washington and go and talk to people across the country about their priorities, about the way they have been affected or benefited from some of the policies that he has put in place, understanding some of the problems that remain, and talking through potential solutions to those problems. That's what the president views as being at the core of his job, and it's something that he genuinely enjoys.
Can you give us a sense of what President Obama is like behind the scenes? Can you give us a sense of what President Obama is like behind the scenes? Because you talk to my mom and she thinks he's really gregarious and lovely. Because you talk to my mom and she thinks he's really gregarious and lovely. You talk to some people who think he's really aloof. You talk to some people who think he's really aloof. And I want to know how he's changed over the last 7 years, like what you've seen in him. So a two-part question. Let's start with the first. And I want to know how he's changed over the last 7 years, like what you've seen in him. So a two-part question. Let's start with the first.
Yeah, I think that the best insight that people can have into the kind of person that he is to remember that he began his career as a community organizer. Yeah, I think that the best insight that people can have into the kind of person that he is to remember that he began his career as a community organizer. This is somebody who thrives on his ability to interact with people, somebody who enjoys working together with people to solve problems. This is somebody who thrives on his ability to interact with people, somebody who enjoys working together with people to solve problems. Somebody who's passionate about being engaged in a community, somebody who cares deeply about justice. Somebody who's passionate about being engaged in a community, somebody who cares deeply about justice. But also somebody who really thrives on working with people to solve problems. But also somebody who really thrives on working with people to solve problems.
What have you seen, though, in your observations with him? What have you seen, though, in your observations with him?
Yeah. Well, I think a good example actually would be the president recently traveled to just last week to Texas, where he participated in an event at South by Southwest. Yeah. Well, I think a good example actually would be the president recently traveled to just last week to Texas, where he participated in an event at South by Southwest. And while he was there, he had an opportunity to have a couple of private meetings with some leaders in the tech industry about some of the initiatives that we've prioritized. And while he was there, he had an opportunity to have a couple of private meetings with some leaders in the tech industry about some of the initiatives that we've prioritized. Including incorporating the social media industry in our efforts to prevent ISIL from using social media to radicalize vulnerable people around the world. Including incorporating the social media industry in our efforts to prevent ISIL from using social media to radicalize vulnerable people around the world. And the reason I'm raising this is that, the president did those behind-the-scenes meetings. And the reason I'm raising this is that, the president did those behind-the-scenes meetings. He did an hour-long conversation on stage to talk about technology and the impact it's having on our economy and our society and on our government. He did an hour-long conversation on stage to talk about technology and the impact it's having on our economy and our society and on our government. And then he proceeded from there to do a couple of fundraisers. And so this is a long stretch of 8 hours of the president being in the public eye. And then he proceeded from there to do a couple of fundraisers. And so this is a long stretch of 8 hours of the president being in the public eye. And being engaged in conversations with people who are really excited to talk to him, people with a variety of perspectives. And being engaged in conversations with people who are really excited to talk to him, people with a variety of perspectives. And I was a little tired after watching all of it. But we get in the car and we're headed to the airport in Austin to fly to Dallas. And I was a little tired after watching all of it. But we get in the car and we're headed to the airport in Austin to fly to Dallas. And the president's reading the clips and talking about flipping through his iPad and seeing what's in the news and eager to talk about his conversations. And the president's reading the clips and talking about flipping through his iPad and seeing what's in the news and eager to talk about his conversations. And he's somebody who really thrives on and is passionate about getting outside the bubble of the presidency. And I think that's, so this is sort of the segue to answering your second question. And he's somebody who really thrives on and is passionate about getting outside the bubble of the presidency. And I think that's, so this is sort of the segue to answering your second question. I think this is the thing that the president would say he has found to be among the most challenging aspects of the presidency. I think this is the thing that the president would say he has found to be among the most challenging aspects of the presidency. Is that he does have significant responsibilities as president that require him to spend a lot of time at the White House. Is that he does have significant responsibilities as president that require him to spend a lot of time at the White House. And that means not nearly as much time in the public, interacting with people from a wide variety of perspectives that he would really like to do. And that means not nearly as much time in the public, interacting with people from a wide variety of perspectives that he would really like to do. Which means that he relishes every opportunity that he has to do that. Which means that he relishes every opportunity that he has to do that. And it's not a coincidence, as those of you who followed the presidency close and it's not a coincidence, as those of you who followed the presidency close that it's pretty unusual for us to have a week like we're having this week, where the president remains in Washington for the entire week. That it's pretty unusual for us to have a week like we're having this week, where the president remains in Washington for the entire week. Typically, there's a day or two a week where the president wants to get outside of Washington and go and talk to people across the country about their priorities, typically, there's a day or two a week where the president wants to get outside of Washington and go and talk to people across the country about their priorities, about the way they have been affected or benefited from some of the policies that he has put in place. About the way they have been affected or benefited from some of the policies that he has put in place. Understanding some of the problems that remain and talking through potential solutions to those problems. Understanding some of the problems that remain and talking through potential solutions to those problems. That's what the president views as being at the core of his job, and it's something that he genuinely enjoys. That's what the president views as being at the core of his job, and it's something that he genuinely enjoys.